What's up, fellas? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a chatty Q&A, an honest Q&A. I asked you guys on my Instagram to send me in a question, preferably not about running, just to switch it up a little bit because a lot of the questions I do answer are about running, but I wanted to, dive into different aspects of my life. So I'm just gonna scroll through and pick out some questions and answer them for you guys. Okay. We're gonna start off with a bang, okay? What is your biggest fear in life? I don't think about this often at all, but I would say, dying alone. I don't really think about these things that often, but when I do, sometimes I feel like I might die alone. And I don't want to die alone. I want to have a family and kids. There were so many dating questions on this one. I don't know why. I guess people are just curious. What is my ideal date? Oh, I like coffee dates. I like going to coffee in the morning. That way I just have the rest of my day and I'm not thinking about the date. I don't like running dates. I really don't. This is something I have dabbled with a little bit in the past, and honestly, I don't really like seeing my date in the state of pain. On a first date, I don't know what it is. I don't opt for the running dates. I think that it's it makes me cringe. Do you like living alone? I really do like living alone. I work for myself and I'm working from home, so I know everyone is basically working from home right now, but for me especially, living in a space like this, I have freedom to kind of do whatever I want. My kitchen is always pretty messy just because I do a lot of work in the kitchen for my food Instagram and for YouTube too. So I like having my own space so that I'm not worried about people getting annoyed with me, but there are definitely cons to living alone. For me, I'm such a people person that I think living alone can be bad. This year hasn't been that great living alone just because with quarantine and everything, I get bored, and I think when I'm alone for too long, I just think too much. So I like living alone, but I think for my own mental health, living with other people is better. But work-wise, living alone is amazing because I can whip up food in the kitchen in my blender at 10 p.m. without people getting annoyed with me. Okay, here's a question kind of based off of that. How do you self-motivate when you live alone and are self-employed? So this is something that has taken me years, and I still, I don't have the perfect routine yet. I'm definitely getting better. I've gotten better over the years, but being self-employed is really hard just because you don't have someone to tell you what to do. So I wake up every day and I'm pretty much okay, what am I going to do today? So I think I've just gotten into a better, structured routine. I need to post on my food Instagram every day. So at least one of my meals has to be taken a photo of, or I have to work on brand collaborations for my food Instagram. And then YouTube has just been in the past it's more been kind of planning, but nowadays I'm just kind of throwing up whatever I want to on the YouTube. And then the podcast also requires a lot of planning because you have to factor in other people's schedules into account, and then you have to edit and post on Thursdays. So I think for me, just having kind of things that are set day to day really helps me get things done, because I've been through time periods where I'm not motivated to do anything, and then I just end up laying in my bed for the whole day, and then that makes me feel even worse. So I think just what's really helped me is getting up and getting dressed, or getting up and getting a workout in right in the morning, because it kind of sets your day off on a good note. And yeah, I'm definitely not perfect at this. This is something I really struggle with in terms of being self-employed, but I'm getting better just over the years. Now it's been almost 2 years of being self-employed full-time, so I'm getting better, but not perfect. What was the most difficult decision in your life? This is a hard question. I don't know. I honestly have not made that many difficult decisions, but I would say the biggest one to date is leaving college early. I was already going to graduate, but just deciding to forego my last season of eligibility and not stay the extra last term and run my outdoor season was probably the biggest one, just because it marked the end of my running career. I knew I was going to take a break after that, so it was just, and I've never taken a break in my life before that. So I think that was probably the biggest thing, and because it marked an entire new chapter of my life. Went from school and running to real world life and moving across the country. So I think just ending early was probably the biggest decision. The question that everyone So many people ask me, and they're just curious because my fashion game has been upgraded on my Instagram. They ask if I'm dating anyone, and no, I'm not dating anyone. I'm single. Is that surprising? No. I'm the type of person, like, I'm very confident being alone. I definitely don't need to have someone else in my life to, like, feel good about myself and feel confident. I don't know. I'm very independent, and I've always been that way. And I'm also, like, so beyond picky. I've already said this so many times, but I'm, like, so picky it hurts me that I'm so picky. I wish I wasn't as picky, but I can't, like, force myself to not be picky. Like, right now, I'm definitely not opposed to dating anyone, but it's not something I, like, need in my life to, like, progress or, like, move forward with myself. I don't know. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but that's how I've always been. What's my coffee order? So I have been obsessed with Starbucks gasoline, I know, Starbucks cold brew with light ice, extra soy milk, and 2 pumps of peppermint syrup. I've gotten it every day. It's like over $4, and my wallet hates me, but it's just so good. I can't stop. So someone asked, are you okay being alone, or do you feel a hole without someone? I definitely don't feel a hole, but it's like I don't want to be alone for the rest of my life. Like, again, that's my biggest fear. But I also don't feel like a gaping hole in my life without someone else in it, if that makes sense. I think I kind of already explained that, but favorite places to shop. So I've gotten this question a lot just because I've been upgrading the style on the IG. But I'm so new to shopping for stuff. Like, I don't really shop that often. Like, I would love to hear your guys' shopping recommendations in the comments, because I think that would help me out too. But I like Outdoor Voices, Nike, obviously, Urban Outfitters, American Eagle, Levi's for jeans, ASOS is good for tall girls. Yeah, that's like been as of lately. Are you worried that YouTube/Instagram won't work out for you later in life? I don't really know what that question means, but I'm not worried that, like, my YouTube and Instagram will affect my career later, if that's what is the question's asking. A lot of people also ask questions about, like, if I plan to do this for the rest of my life, and I honestly don't know. Like, right now I'm just kind of taking it as an opportunity to, like, work for myself, and I find it really fun, and these are, like, hobbies I started 3.5 years ago now that ended up being my career, and, like, I can make it my career, and I think that's really cool, and I'm just kind of, you know, going with the flow for now. But it's like, I also have a business degree from college, and I mean, running my own business for 2 years has given me a lot of just experience in the business world, like being self-employed and learning how to do that. So I think I'm gaining a lot of practical skills if I do want to go into something else in the future. And yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to a different career, but for now, I mean, I'm just going with the flow, and I'm doing what I love. So it's been fun, and I don't think it's gonna affect me. I think it'll affect me positively in terms of, like, my next career, because of my business background. So I hope that explains an answer to your question. What's the grossest vegetable? Purple cabbage. What are all your different streams of income? I get asked so often, like, how I make my money, and I might just do a whole video on it one day, but to put it simply, the ways I make money are YouTube ad revenue. So, like, the ads that you see before the video or during the video, that, like, per 1,000 views you get a certain amount of money from that. So that is, like, one of the sources of income. And another majority comes from doing brand collaborations, and that is on YouTube, like brand sponsorships, or on my food Instagram. I do a lot of, like, working with brands and making recipes with their products, and that one I find so much fun. Like, I love being able to try out new food products and, like, making recipes with them, and I don't know, that's, like, one of my passions in life, so I find that to be, like, a very fun way to make money. Another part is the podcast sponsorships, so the ad reads, like, before and during the episodes. I don't know, there's other, like, little ways, but those are the main ones for me. I mean, I do some brand collaborations on my normal Instagram, but a lot of them are on my food Instagram. What do you think you would have done if you weren't an influencer? It's so funny that I'm, like, called an influencer. I honestly, like, I don't believe that. I just can't believe that this is my career. I never would have thought that this would be my career. This was not really, like, something I was set on doing, but I am obviously taking up the opportunity. But I was studying business in college, so probably something in, like, business and communications or marketing. Like, I love working on a team, and that's one of the harder things about being self-employed, is that I, like, don't have a team. So it's a lot of, like, my own creativity, which is, like, fine, but I think I would, like, thrive in, like, a marketing team environment. So probably something in sports marketing, or I could see myself, like, doing food marketing too. So yeah, I don't know. How often is body image still on your mind nowadays? So this is, I mean, someone also asked me what my biggest struggle is. This is something that will, I think, always like be a part of my life, is just kind of having the struggle with body image, but it has been like 10 million times better nowadays. And I think a lot of it is because I've been distancing myself from the running world. Like, granted, a lot of my friends are runners here, but I think just like following less people on social media, maybe that sounds bad, but like just not paying as much attention to it and not being engulfed in the like running culture, especially on social media, I think has really helped me, just because I'm not like comparing myself to my old self or other people really anymore, and I'm just kind of focused on like treating my body well and accepting it as it is, like in this state of my life. So I would say like I'm at the best place with my body right now that I have been in years. Like these past years leaving college were worse than college, I think, in terms of body image, but now I've gotten to a place with myself that like, I don't know, I'm very content, and it's so, I just can't describe like how much better it is to not be consumed by those thoughts all the time. And it's really taken like just a lot of time away from the things that I think caused it. So yeah, that's a little explanation on that. Who is your celebrity crush? I think we all know the answer to this already. Timothée Chalamet, obviously. If you follow me on Instagram, I feel like I post him on my story every other day. And I don't understand why he is my celebrity crush. I really don't. I like am so infatuated with him. How to get over someone who doesn't like you back, aka best guy friend, unrequited love situation. I'll try to apply it to my own life, like in terms of getting over a breakup. I think it's really about distancing yourself, and I am all about cutting people off, which may sound really harsh. Like, I'm like kind of a firm believer that if you have dated someone, I don't think that you can just be friends with them, especially right after you guys like break up. I really think that distance is the best thing that you can do to help get over someone. And that means like physical distance, like not hanging out with them, unfollowing them on social media, which may sound harsh, but just like not interacting with them, I think is the best way to get over someone. And maybe that does sound harsh, but I really find that it works. So there's so many dating questions on here. How have you handled dating in 2020? I honestly have been on, I've been on 2 dates in 2020. I've had 3 dates, just kidding, I've had 3 dates. And my friends are like, they really push me to use the dating apps. All my guy friends are on the dating apps, and they're like, Emma, we're gonna pay for premium Hinge for you because we're gonna find you a 6'4" man. So you can filter through. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you pay for premium Hinge for me. Like, I'm sorry. I feel like I've downloaded and deleted the dating apps so many times this year. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time I'm just like, I'm not gonna find someone on the dating apps. But then especially this year, me living alone, I'm like, what else am I gonna do? I don't know. So dating has been very minimal this year. Honestly, it's probably minimal every year. So, like I said, I'm really picky. Person who just gets you. I would say my sisters, like both Sarah and Ellie, they just understand me so well, and we have the same sense of humor. So those two I feel like are the biggest ones in my life. Favorite cocktail is a Moscow Mule. I'm a sucker for a good Moscow Mule, or margaritas are good too. What quality do you find most attractive? Someone that makes me laugh. I have to have someone that makes me laugh. Like, I don't really like being the entertainer of like the relationship, if that makes sense. I think I need someone that's pretty loud as well, like loud and obnoxious, like me. And just someone that is funny. Like, I need to have humor. Is probably the biggest thing for me. Favorite Timmy movie? That was asked twice in a row. Call Me By Your Name is my favorite movie of all time. I cry every single time. I don't know why. Like, it makes me upset. Like, I can't get over that movie. I can watch it over and over again, and I would cry every single time. That's it. I think that's gonna close out today's video. I know we got into some pretty deep topics here, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure to follow me on Instagram, especially if you want to see my cool outfits that I've been posting on. Trying out my fashion game, and give this video a like if you're enjoying Vlogmas. I know I am, and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, fellas.